Battlecry of Freedom by Ngakma Nor'dzin.
Part 2, the slogans. Slogan 37, do not turn gods into demons.
Hla dud du mi bab.
Do not turn riding skills into impositions. Ride in harmonious response to the qualities of horse and environment in the moment. Dee was certainly a horse with qualities that could be misunderstood. She could be demonized. She was a dominant mare and asserted her authority in the herd. She would punish the disrespect of other horses. When in the field with Dee and the other horses, it was always important to be careful. Dee might discipline a horse that came too close, and it was essential to make sure that you were not in the way. I was so lucky to find the trekking centre where she lived for most of the years I owned her. They believed in letting the horses live as natural a life as possible. There were 30 or more horses in the herd at its peak, and Dee was the lead mare. She was very close to the lead gelding, Falcon. Falcon was quite old and sometimes had to be kept in. If he was not out with the herd, Red was the substitute head gelding. As lead mare, Dee was certainly in charge of discipline. This was the aggressive behaviour for which she was famous at the riding school and which made her such an inconvenience in that setting. In the natural conditions in which the horses were able to live at the trekking centre, however, other aspects of this aggression came to the fore. Dee would protect the old, the young and the sick horses. She would make sure that they had their share of the hay in the winter. I found it moving to witness my aggressive mare sharing her food with a young or a sick horse. One time a little rescue Shetland pony even stood underneath her to feed. He clearly did not consider himself in any danger from Dee. Dee was a horse, being a horse, a dominant mare being a dominant mare. The qualities that enabled her to be the dominant mare were also valuable to the rider: courage, intelligence, agility, confidence. She was a confident and courageous jumper, for example, and always knew where to stand and how to help when I needed to open and close a gate on horseback.
Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche says, we should not make painful that which is inherently joyful.
In mind training, capacity must not be misused or ignored. If a neurotic pattern is noticed arising in the mind, transformation must be embraced. Once sufficient experience of emptiness has been developed, afflicted emotional responses can be noticed more and more quickly. Then there is space to choose to stop habitual patterning or to let it run. It is fine to feel happiness and pride at being able to recognize awareness in the moment, a moment of success when the open choice becomes available through seeing the pattern directly. That sense of pride, however, must not become a reason to play with awareness as an internal game of skill, disconnected from the needs of others and insensitive to others.
Machi Glabdrun's words to her son: those who cause pain teach you to be patient, and those who give you presents may keep you from practicing the Dharma. So it depends on their effect on you if they are gods or demons.
If the God, the capacity to notice, is not used to advantage, then it is turned into a demon by indulging the habitual pattern. The sharp intelligence of the trained mind, the God, is perverted, turned into a demon, if it is only used to impress others with spiteful wit or sarcasm. If an opportunity to help is seen, to fail to give help because it is inconvenient or too much effort is turning goodness into delusion. Awakening practitioners recognize the goodness of the gods that arise in the mind and in life circumstances, and harness them for the practice of mind training. They empower them to dissolve the deluded demons and to awaken the mind.